We're expecting our first snow soon, so we're working on getting our equipment ready. We have a Kubota L3560 cab version, and I've custom built a snow pusher for the front of it, and I've also set up a 3-point PTO-driven snowblower with some modifications made to it that we'll try to share with you at some point as well. So today's task is to take the R4 tires that the machine came with off and install a set of turf tires I found. I've had turf tires on previous machines and they work really well in the snow. Let's get started.
I think the first thing I'll do is take the snowblower off so I have better access to the back side of the tractor, jack it up, take the rear tires off. Time to raise up the back end, take the back tires off. You have the option to fill these rear tires with liquid to add more counterweight when you're using a loader. These tires are filled and they have beet juice in them, which makes them very heavy. If you're attempting this yourself, please be very careful. When I change the tires, I use a standard car jack, but I also like to use jack stands to support the tractor while I'm working with the tires. So my tractor is equipped also for the backhoe. It's the Kubota model BH92, and there's a significant subframe that's used for the attachment. This also works great for a place for jack stands, so I'm going to position these under those close to the axle. So it's resting on the jack stands now. I'm also going to keep this jack tied up against it as just another backup safety measure. So here's my setup. I have 2 ratchet straps attached to the pallet jack and also to the rim at the top. I've left a little bit of slack in here. My plan is to, as I remove the lug nuts, lift gently with the pallet jack and start pulling away from the tractor, that the tire would lean away and be suspended by the ratchet straps. So here's where I need to be careful. I can feel it wanting to fall towards me a little, so I'm leaving this nut still engaged. There we go, folks. We are free of the tractor. Tire is now free, suspended. The plan is to move this tire and let it rest on this pallet. It is a bit nose heavy, so makes it a little fun to steer.
Found a small jib hoist on Facebook Marketplace that I did some modifications to, refurbished and repainted, installed, and that's been extremely handy in the shop as well. The pallet jacks are another Facebook Marketplace find. Went looking for one and on impulse bought 2 of them from the guy, but I think I'll hang on to them. They're extremely handy around the shop. Had a pretty significant snow event in our area that lasted 3 to 4 days. Started out as very wet and heavy snow. Towards the end of the storm, it was a light powdery snow. So the next series of shots are snow removal from that time frame around the house. This front snow pusher I built has worked out very well. One of the things I added or modified on it was to enclose the top of it, and I added a UHMW cutting edge, and this works great for back dragging around buildings and such. This was a real test for the new turf tires. With all the wet heavy snow stacking up in front of the pusher, I was very surprised at the amount of traction I got. I can say they definitely are an improvement on snow over the R4 tires. My 3-point snowblower is an older model, but it's very well built and it's in good condition. However, I did have problems with it in previous years, getting plugged up quite easily with the wet heavy snow, and also not really throwing the light powdery snow very far. After doing a little research, I'm pretty sure this older snowblower was designed for 1,000 PTO RPMs. And my tractor only has 540. So what I ended up doing is designing and building what's commercially available and called a PTO multiplier. So it basically converted my 540 PTO RPMs to 1,000 PTO RPMs. And that has made a significant difference in the performance of it. We have a lot of areas on our property where we push snow off the pavement or the gravel onto the grass. To get rid of the extra sod and gravel I always find in the spring, I came up with a set of wheels that lower hydraulically. They're controlled by the third function valve, and when I'm approaching the edge of the grass with the loader in the float position, I just lower those wheels, which raises the snow pusher a couple inches off the ground. This has been working out really well.
like to see any more tractor content, just let us know down in the comments. And just click that subscribe button so you don't miss our next videos. And we appreciate you watching.